It's now clear that so-called fake news can have real-world consequences.
It's a falsehood, and they're giving, Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that. But the point remains
alternative
that there's
facts? This is something that has constantly been disproved. This is fake news.
Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you stay categorical?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Go ahead.
So, I think you can pretty easily guess what all these video clips have in common. They all illustrate how fake news, or alternative facts, has been taking over the political media throughout the past year. But what really is fake news? This definition has ranged from outrageous claims to accusatory name-calling. For all sakes and purposes, we'll define it here as any fictitious story or article published under the claims that it is indeed factual. Fake news flourishes in social media and by word of mouth because the facts can get easily misconstrued in both of these mediums. Fake news has been an increasingly difficult problem to tackle in our society, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to equip you with 5 tips on how to differentiate between fake news and real, valid news. 1. Consider the source. You should always double-check the URL of the website you're viewing an article on. Many websites have been created that look extremely similar to a credible news source, so it's crucial that you look carefully. An example of this is shown with ABC News. The real website is abcnews.go.com, while the fake version of the website is abcnews.com.co. In addition, make sure the website you're on doesn't have a warning about fantasy news or satire. Sources like The Onion or Clickhole are purely satirical and should be read for enjoyment, not for obtaining the daily news. 2. Read beyond the headline. A lot of fake news grabs the attention of the reader due to an outrageous or provocative title. Most of the time, this headline includes part of the news without explaining the full background of the story. Don't fall for this clickbait. The actual story beyond the title should give away the fact that not all of the truth is being told. Fake news can easily go viral this way because you can see a headline on social media and instantly decide to share it based on your emotional reaction towards the title. 3. Check the author and date. If you have a suspicion that an article is fake news, check the credentials of the author on an author page if the website has one, or Google their name to see what comes up. If there's a picture of the author, you can also reverse Google image search using the photo to see if it has been used anywhere else. This can show whether or not it's a fake author or someone using an alias to write the article. Now for the date. That is extremely important. You want to make sure the news is relevant and not just a twist on events that have happened in the past. Some articles have made claims that certain events have happened as a direct result of this past election in 2016, but if the date on the article says 2014, you can know that that can possibly not be true. 4. What is the support? In the body of the article, is there enough evidence from other credible sources to back up the claim the author is making? Checking the sources cited to make sure they do have factual information that is relevant to the article you're reading is a good way to check. Also, good journalistic articles will include many quotes, again made by credible sources. Google the people who were quoted, check that the quotes were indeed actually said, and don't just believe the first thing you read. This can happen to even the most credible of sources, because facts can and do get jumbled with hearsay. 5. Check your biases. Be extremely aware of your own opinions. Do not just use sources that adhere to your own point of view, because that will just encourage confirmation bias. Instead, try to stick to nonpartisan news sources that try to deliver the news without skewing one way or other on the political spectrum. This graph does a great job of illustrating some of the most popular news sources and where they fall based on political view and complexity of the journalism. Some of the best news sources that stay for the most part unbiased while meeting high journalistic standards are NPR, The New York Times, and Associated Press. Overall, this may seem like a lot of work to do to just identify if what you're reading is credible or fake news. But once you get in the habit of doing any one of these 5 tips, it becomes routine. If there's one takeaway from this video, it's that you should be mindful of what you're reading. Fake news can be entertaining, don't get me wrong, but acknowledging fake news as real news can only do more harm than good.